morning. It's 6 a.m. Monday, May 6th. I'm Kathy Kriz. News and traffic is just ahead, but first, meteorologist Glenn Johnson tells us what it's going to look like outside today.
Good morning, Kathy. Hope you had a nice weekend.
It was nice. At least yesterday morning was nice.
That's right. It seems like we've been going back and forth with the rain. We had rain Saturday. We dried out on Sunday. Well, it stands to reason that we have some rain again this morning. Couple of light rain showers. How warm will it get for the afternoon? We'll have more on that coming up in just a minute.
Okay, here is a look at our headlines on this Monday morning, May 6th. Rochester is expected to be a winner this National Tourism Week. The Lilac Festival will be a big part of that. Rochester police continue to look for the driver who hit a man. And Mexican Americans celebrate Cinco de Mayo, a day of pride. Now let's check on the ride into work with Tom George at Airborne Traffic. Tom?
Well, Kathy, with an occasional light rain shower across the county, some of us starting off on a wet foot this morning. And what will the occasional showers do to construction plans? That's a good question because we're waiting to find out, too. As soon as we find out what their game plans are, we'll pass them along to you. Nothing blocking your path on the early go right now. It's not a bad start, albeit Monday. And we will update with the traffic. I'm Tom George.
A little cool outside this morning.
It is, and we can thank the rain showers, of course, for that. Still feeling unseasonably cool, and we really don't think we're going to warm things up all that much today. We'll show you why. Let's look what we have right now. Rain shower in progress. A very light rain shower. Temperatures at 44 degrees. Winds are out of the northeast, and as long as we get the cloud cover and some of these rain showers, temperatures are not going to be going up dramatically. Yesterday, we only got into the low 50s. We expect today, well, pretty similar. We'll probably only get into the low 50s. That's a good 10 degrees below where we should be for this time of the year. Now, here's a look at the radar, the regional view, and you can see a fair amount of precipitation extending from western New York all the way across into Vermont and New Hampshire. And then we start to dry things out a little bit further to the west, and that's what we're hoping the trend is going to be today. The look at Super Doppler radar over the last couple of hours shows that we continue with some light rain showers here and about through western New York. It's going to be with us, we think, through the morning. Good idea to keep the umbrella handy, at least early on. We think by the afternoon you will probably not need the umbrella. Here's a look at the up-close view, and again, we got a couple of light rain showers now. Oh, maybe through northern Webster into about the town of Ontario, extending down through Macedon into just north of Canandaigua. Then we got a break here, and you notice a couple of more light rain showers again. So we're just looking at off and on, very light sprinkles through the morning. Heading into Tuesday, not too bad. We'll start off with a little sun early on, still going to be a bit on the cool side, and then you can see this next wave of moisture beginning to approach western New York. We'll probably find a couple of rain showers heading into midweek. Now, weather forecast for today, we'll start off with gray skies, kind of soggy and damp, couple of light rain showers, then we'll dry things out for the afternoon. We may see some breaks of sunshine later today. The high temperature will be near 53 degrees. And then for tonight, patchy clouds, a little patchy fog. Not a bad night, though. It's going to be cool. By morning, we'll be down to about 38 degrees. Three-day outlook for Tuesday, we could start with a little sunshine, but the clouds will thicken. Maybe a rain shower or two by Tuesday evening, and you can see the clouds and a few of these scattered rain showers hang in there for Wednesday and Thursday. And we think we're going to warm things up, though, as we go through the end of the work week.
Well, that's good news, at least. Thanks, Glenn. It is 6:03 now, and topping our news this morning, this is the start of National Tourism Week. Rochester is expected to make out big. The tourism showstopper is the Lilac Festival.
It means survival in a way. It really does.
The festival translates into dollar signs for Elaine Montrose and Marjorie.
The Lilac Festival gives us a great identity, so if people don't come just for Lilac Festival this month, it helps give us an identity for them to come throughout the year.
Jamie Rice also lives for the Lilac Festival. She directs tourism sales for the Greater Rochester Visitors Association. The festival is the centerpiece of our tourism industry. Tourism brings in $213 million for our economy. It also means 30,000 jobs for our community. Americans may be feeling a little safer this morning. The FBI just released a report that shows violent crimes decreased by 4% last year. Here's what else the FBI found. Murders dropped 8% in 1995. Robbery was down 7%. Property crimes dropped by 1%. Larceny was the only crime that increased in 1995. Rescuers trying to find William Colby are rethinking their strategy this morning. Colby is the former CIA director who has been missing for a week now. The 76-year-old disappeared near his vacation home in Maryland. He had been canoeing on the Potomac River. Rescuers have been using search dogs and sonar equipment to find the missing man. They passed out flyers on Saturday asking any witnesses to come forward. So far, no luck. Back here at home, the search continues today for a hit-and-run driver who hurt an elderly man. 69-year-old William Grady is still in the hospital this morning. He's recovering from 2 broken legs and a broken pelvis. According to police, Grady was crossing the street near Alexander when the car hit him. Police say they're looking for the driver of a red Honda Civic or Chevy Spectrum. The car has a broken windshield. If you pay taxes, you are exclusively invited to make a phone call later this morning. You're being asked to call the Rochester School Superintendent, Dr. Clifford Janey. Dr. Janey wants to hear any questions that you have about his proposed school budget. He can tell you how the plan will affect you. You're asked to call him from 11 this morning to noon. You can ask him 2 questions, and the call-in number is 777-3350. Janey will take 10 calls per hour. This morning, students at Churchville Chili schools are headed back to classes. You'll recall someone slashed the tires on 31 Churchville Chili school buses last Friday. It happened at the school's bus garage. That forced school workers to cancel classes that day. Police are still looking for the vandals who attacked the buses. And Churchville Chili school leaders say they are looking into more security for the bus garage area. Teens in our country's Southwest are headed back to school after a weekend of celebration. Mexican-American families in San Jose, California and other Southwest spots held Cinco de Mayo parties. Cinco de Mayo is a historic holiday. It commemorates Mexico's victory against the French in 1862. People marched in parades and played music with great pride. It is now 6:06, and just ahead from News Source 13 this morning, we'll tell you why your workman's comp may take a cut soon. It's all ahead in local business news.
News Source 13's Ginny Ryan joined the fire department recruits. Meet the men and women who risk their lives to protect yours. Watch News Source 13 Tuesday at 6. You're watching News Source 13 this morning with Kathy Cribbs and meteorologist Glenn Johnson.
Welcome back to News Source 13 this morning. It is now 6:09. Time for local financial news from the Rochester Business Journal. The State Compensation Review Board will recommend a 12% cut in New York workers' compensation rates. The state legislature is working on a compensation reform package to reduce the expense. Curtis Burns Foods report a slip in profits and sales. The company attributes the loss to depressed vegetable pricing and manufacturing costs. Also in business news this morning, 5 candidates for the New York State Supreme Court are qualified for the bench. The Monroe County Bar Association performed the attorney survey. Also in business news today, the U.S. employment rate takes a dip in numbers. Harley Hotchkiss has more in today's Business Brief.